Good morning, it's Anand here from Osho, Ireland, and today we're up to 107. So we're going to do the 107th meditation technique from the Osho Book of Secrets. And I'm going to read from the back of this particular technique. It feels right for me to say this, what Osho says. Don't make these techniques theories. They are not. They are jumps into experience, jumps into conclusion. And the reason I started with that is that it's very easy to theorize a technique, a meditation, wanting to know the philosophy behind it, why this, why that. And for me, I don't want to know about the philosophy or the theory behind a meditation. I just want to experience it. And I invite you to do the same. And this technique, the 107th one, the instructions are: this consciousness exists as each being and nothing else exists. So what does this mean? Well, Osho opens up and he talks about how everything has three layers of energy. The first one we see is matter. Matter, our body, our physical hard body, or a rock, or everything, and that's what we appear to see, and that's the appearance. But when you penetrate matter, beneath matter is energy. So there's this alive, vibrant, throbbing energy. And I'm not sure if you've ever experienced it, but I have, and you start to see through the material world and you start to see this moving energy, and you feel it in your body. And you feel it around in the trees. And I'm hoping in the last number of techniques you may get a sense of this. And the third layer, when you penetrate beneath that, is consciousness. And consciousness is in everything. And to illustrate this, I'm going to share a really beautiful story that Osho shares here in the Book of Secrets. So he shares that, I'm just finding it here. Yeah, he says, I have heard about Lin Chi, a Zen master. As he was sitting one day in his hut, someone came to see him. The man who came was angry. He may have been fighting with his wife or with his boss or something, but he was angry. He pushed open the door in anger. He threw down his shoes in anger, and then he came very respectfully and bowed down to Lin Chi. Lin Chi said, First, go and ask forgiveness from the door and from the shoes. The man must have looked at Lin Chi very strangely. There were other people also sitting there, and they started laughing. Lin Chi said, Stop, and then said to the man, If you don't do it, then leave. I will have nothing to do with you. The man said, It will look crazy to ask forgiveness from the shoes and from the door. Lin Chi said, It was not crazy when you expressed anger. Will it now be crazy? Everything has a consciousness. So you go, and unless the door forgives you, I am not going to allow you in. Osho explains more that this man who was angry with objects later became a master himself, became enlightened, and that was a real opening moment for him when he was looking to obtain forgiveness from the door and from his shoes. And when we think about how angry we get with objects, this technique invites us to look at objects and understand that they have a consciousness, that everything has consciousness. The door, your house, your computer, your printer. How many of us fight with printers in anger? Everything Everything man-made, everything nature-made, everything is existence-made, all of it has consciousness. So what we'll do together is close our eyes and reflect or imagine or remember a time when we're angry with an object, and to hold that object in your heart and to ask it for forgiveness, and to experience and witness what happens inside, around, when you ask for forgiveness from an object that you've been angry with. And we'll do this together as a starting point. Because what Osho says is everything deep down is nothing but consciousness. But if you leave it as a theory, if you believe in it as a theory, then nothing will happen. You will have to make it a way of life, a style of life, behaving as if everything is conscious. If in the beginning it will be an as if, and you will feel foolish, but if you can persist in your foolishness, and if you can dare to be foolish, soon the world will start revealing its mysteries. So I'll do this for about 10 minutes, I think, 5-10 minutes, could be longer, could be shorter. And just closing your eyes and recalling or imagining or remembering a time when you were angry with an object, when you threw your anger on the object. And now imagine the object and feeling it with your heart and asking it for forgiveness. And witness then what that feels like, what that experience is, asking its forgiveness. Thank you for joining me. I realize that it's an object that enables me to share these techniques with you. And it's interesting to it's more than that. It's deeper to consider everything with a consciousness, every object, every plant, every animal, every insect. It's all consciousness. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you next Sunday at 11 a.m. for the 108th meditative technique. Thank you.